Morning. It's Wednesday, September 20th, and a couple of days ago a very strange thing happened. A fighter pilot bailed out of his aircraft, and for days they were looking for that plane, looking for the debris on that plane. How could a plane disappear? Well, that plane has been found, and it has been severely damaged, scattered all over the place. A debris field was found and identified on Monday as the remains of an F-35 fighter that went missing a day earlier on Sunday near Charleston, South Carolina, after the pilot ejected. According to the Marine Corps and a defense official with the knowledge of the search, that's exactly what happened. The debris field is approximately 2 hours northeast of the joint base in Charleston, which was leading the search for this plane. And so the recovery team had to secure the field to keep the local citizens from looking at the debris, coming to see the debris. Now, members of the community were cautioned to avoid the area because, I guess, it's dangerous to walk around a field where there's been a plane crash. And I guess officials who are searching for that plane and found it, they want to find all the pieces. They don't want somebody walking off with a critical piece of information there. So that area was secured and kept private. Now on Sunday, the pilot ejected from the plane after a mishap involving the jet. He was taken to a local medical facility in stable condition. That's what the Joint Base at Charleston has said in a Facebook post. Imagine, you got a U.S. Air Force member who has a mishap, and they tell the world about it on Facebook. Isn't that a strange phenomenon in this day and age? That we use Facebook for military communications? Seems like somebody should have gotten on the air and made a statement. Anyhow, this entire incident is currently under investigation, and they are unable to provide additional information right now because they want to preserve the integrity of the investigative process. That's a statement that the Marines made on Monday. Of course they want to keep it secret. They don't want everybody in the world to know what's happening with their planes. We would expect that. As far as we know, the last known position of that plane was near a place called Lake Moultrie and another lake, Lake Marion. Two large bodies of water in the northwest city of Charleston, South Carolina. And that's according to the Air Force Base at Charleston. And they had asked for the public's help in finding this aircraft. So I'm not sure who exactly found it, whether the military found it first or whether some public citizens found it first. Anyhow, the jet fighter belonged to the Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 501, and that is a unit focused on training pilots to meet annual training requirements. It may take a month, may take a year to get somebody fully trained. I would expect that to be a Marine Corps pilot, you have to spend at least 6 or 8 months training. Obviously, this accident, which is of this particular kind, has caused a stoppage in the training flights on this particular plane. This is the third crash that occurred to this plane. And there have been serious crashes. So there have been 3 major mishaps in this thing, and people have been killed. And it's not really going very well for this plane. So a pause has been ordered in the training schedules. And the pause, according to the active commandant of the Marine Corps, will last 2 days, according to the spokesman. Now that doesn't seem like a lot of time. Taking 2 days off after having these 3 incidents doesn't seem right to me. These are no minor incidents in my mind. I mean, people get killed in these things, and that's exactly what happened in these other 2 incidents. So I don't understand how they can officially come out and say it's going to take us 2 days to stop the training and see what's going on. I would think it would take a lot more time than that. And the other 2 accidents happened in August, right? Now, one of these things crashed near San Diego, and the pilot was killed. And that accident is still under investigation. So taking only 2 days in the training situation is not necessarily, in my mind, a good idea. It's not enough time, it would seem to me. You know, there's something basically wrong with this aircraft. I don't know what the training is going to do to help them. They got to find out what's happening with this aircraft, as opposed to training them in. But maybe they want to train them to get out of the plane faster or whatever they have to do. And then the other plane also crashed during a military exercise in Australia, and that killed 3 Marines and left 5 others in serious condition. And that crash also remains under investigation. So this plane is causing a lot of havoc in the Air Force. So what are they going to do in 2 days? Maybe this is just an adjustment in the way these people are going to be trained. So there is no question that the severity of the crashes prompted this cause. And the Marine Corps issued a statement that said, we are going to invest time and energy in reinforcing the marine aviation community's established policies. The policies and the practices and the procedures in the interests of the safety of the public and the Marine sailors and soldiers, and we must ensure that the Marine Corps remains a ready and highly trained fighting force. So that's what the Marine Corps has issued in the statement. They're doing this to reinforce the training and get the Marine Corps ready to do whatever they have to do in the future. But the plane itself needs to be thoroughly re-examined, I believe. I don't think that it's the training that has caused these planes to crash. So if these planes are crashing, then there may be a malfunction in the aircraft itself. And they have to solve that problem as well as train the Marines to be the unit that they really are. And I have no question in my mind that Marine Corps people are properly trained. That is not an issue in my mind at all. So I'll leave you with that this morning. Have a great day. Bye.